Gentlemen, before I begin anything, this is not a review. I'm sorry if you got misled by the title, but this is not a review. This is just a flat-out reaction. This episode of Hunter x Hunter, episode 131, yet again, a new best episode in the series. I don't care what you say, I don't care what you think, I don't care what you comment, I don't care what you say. This is by far, hands down, unquestionably, unarguably, undoubtedly the best episode of the series. Right now, I'm sitting here just mind-boggled. You don't understand right now. I cannot think clearly. I had to sit down. I had to go. I literally went into the kitchen to go drink tea. I drank tea to calm down. I don't know why it was tea, but I drank tea to calm down. That's how epic this episode was. Gon, the kid, the character which we've all come to love and know as the main protagonist of this series, who has countless times come through for both himself and his teammates and his friends, has sacrificed his talent and much possibly his life in this episode. Gon, after realizing that his friend Kite is indeed dead, there's no way to bring him back, he is gone. After it took him about 13 minutes of episode time to realize that, has decided to go toes with P2. And this wasn't your ordinary fight, ladies and gentlemen. This wasn't even a fight at all. I don't think I can really call this a fight. This is just a one-sided massacre. Gon somehow forcefully aged himself about 20 years older than he already was. So we are suspecting that he was he transformed himself to about 30 years old in this episode. Yes, the logic behind this, completely impossible. We don't know how he did this. Surely, within time, we will understand this. But forget that for a moment. Forget logic. Forget anything that makes sense at the moment. And just take a minute to just dawn at this. Just watch this episode and realize the beauty of it. This was an orchestra. This was something that we've never seen before in an anime. I'm sorry, people. I'm just sorry, but this was not normal. Gon forced himself about 20 years older than he already was, and pretty much one hit KO'd P2. One hit, not two hits, not one hit finished off P2. Okay? Pretty much what we inferred from this episode is that somehow, Gon was able to make a restriction, a Nen restriction on his hearts. This is my theory, what I believe. He made a Nen restriction on his hearts, which he had been saving somehow, and which ended up activating because he said, I don't care if this is the end. I will let it go, all of it. I will use every bit of power that I have, every fiber of my being to kill P2. And that's exactly what he did. The amazing part though, the part that just had me hype as hell, was when P2 said, Gon has reached a level where he is now even with the king. Gon, who just episodes ago was not even thought to even have been close to the level of Netero, is suddenly as strong as the king, which basically means Gon is stronger than Netero. If he had fought the king, Gon could have potentially defeated the king. Just let that sink in for a moment. Gon, Netero, who sacrificed his life and threw his life away and still did not manage to kill the king, Gon could have possibly done that in this episode. Unfortunately, we will not see a Gon versus the king battle, because as you can see, what had transpired in the end of this episode will probably not allow it. But essentially, he was able to just destroy P2, finish off P2, and then the parts that just had everybody, I know, even if you're the hardest dude on the block, this must have gave you some kind of chills and feels when Killua arrived at the scene, realizing that this was no longer his friend Gon. This was some other person. There is no way possible that this was Gon. This was some other person. And he realizes this. And then as Gon decides, as Gon loses an arm, since P2 was able to somehow come back from life, although P2 wasn't alive, P2 was just a puppet, but the killing intent was still there, decided to cut off Gon's arm. And Gon said this, I'm happy because now I'm exactly like Kite when he was killed. So overall, I don't really know what I really said inside this review or reaction or whatnot, but this episode was amazing, and there's absolutely no way that there will be another episode that can top this.
My Mandingo, we should do a movie. Groupies looking like the Yakuza in my jacuzzi. Excuse me, I'm on that ooey. My pockets on life with Louis. Your rose is different colors, my wallet look like a Coogee. He who